Right, we got the bearings in, so now I need to make the gaskets. So let's draw around this to get the gaskets made, and then we can put the hub ends back on. Now, I've got these off, but I don't remember what end they go on, so luckily, one of the joys of YouTube is I can look back and check out which way they went round. So let's make some gaskets, and then we can get this on. So I made these gaskets, I've just drawn around them. I've cut them out with the scissors, and now I'm going to cut the tricky bits out with my wife's craft blade. I like to give these a little oil in before I put them on. That's a pretty good fit. We also need to grease these, get the inner rings in. So that's a little bit of grease in there. Whoop, train going past. I don't know why I bother with the gloves, look at these, they've only been on 2 minutes. Now I'm going to reuse the old bolts for now, but I will get some replacements at some point. Progress. Definitely one of the best tools I bought, so I really am glad I listened to you guys on that one. That's the way to do it. Found it was only the seal I wanted to change on this because this bearing feels really nice. So we're just going to get this guy out. Rear axle dismantling and reassembly, page 102. I had to stop filming and work this out. Right, this is why I couldn't work it out. The old one is a steel seal with a felt insert, and the new one's a modern rubber insert. So when I was looking at it, I'm thinking, how on earth does that come out? Because it looked like that was bonded in as part of this. So it looked like it was clipped in with a circlip or something, but I couldn't see a circlip. So what I did eventually was get a socket and just slowly drove it out with the socket, and then that whole thing popped out. So that's for the bin. Now we'll drive the new one in once I've cleaned the part up. That's what I should be doing, really. Alright, let's repack this bearing when we get the shims on. See, why do I bother with gloves? I just don't know. battery. So before I can put these back on, if you remember when I was taking them off, that one snapped, so I'm going to drill him out and reshape him. And then through my own heavy-handedness trying to get these off, that one isn't round anymore, so I'm going to re-drill that as well and thread them. So for getting the wheels on the car this weekend, all I'm going to do is tap these on gently so we can hang the wheels on it, just so we can get everything else done. This thing is what bit me last time. Well, the grinder bit me while I was cleaning this, so I need to finish cleaning this up. I've got some repairs to do, mainly on these sections here, both sides. I have to grind those back and weld them. Sorry, my neighbours started gardening. But for now, I'm going to change these bushes. Right, after taking that apart, I can see that we've actually got the wrong bearing set for this. The bottom bearing, which is still in this bag, is the right size, and it matches. Oh, does it? Yes, this appears to matches this one, but this other bearing is way bigger. So that's frustrating. I'll go and check the other hub I've got, because I'm going to take the other hub off, see if it'll slide onto here, because the other hub, this bit is rotten, just so I can get this thing on wheels for the weekend, because I want to see that chassis on wheels. Right, I'm going to bolt through here onto a big socket. I'm going to put the impact wrench on here, tighten this bolt up and see if we can pull this out. And yes, again, I know I shouldn't be using these ones. So I put an extra nut on there to take up the slack, and I'm going to carry on doing this. It'll pull it out, and then I'm just going to take the outer sleeve out with a hacksaw. It's out. I think they're going to press in there quite nice. I grease them and tap them. That's my first protocol. Done. So the next thing for me to do to get this on wheels is to make a pair of these. I'll end up making 4 because these are all a bit worn out. So I'm just going to draw around them on this sheet steel here, cut them out. The other thing I need to do, where did I put them? is I need to make some of these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these off here and reuse these. I got a pair of those. I had these off Mike, the guy with the super van. And then once I've cut these off, I'm going to draw around these, and I've got another sheet of steel down there, and I'm going to make some outriggers. And then we get it tacked together. We'll bolt the leaf springs on, we'll get it tacked onto the chassis, and then we'll mock the chassis up to see where we're going. Right. I don't know whether I should film the angle grinding after last time. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. A pair of outriggers. I'm going to come to my friend's house who's got a big advice. We've got this metal in here. I've drawn the lines on it. Now we're going to see if we can bend it. Right, so that's two hangers. I just need to, like I say, square them off so they're nice and ready to go on. Yeah, one is definitely better than the other. I might have another go. I've done that one too big. Whew. Right, on to the next bit. Well, I didn't get as far as I wanted to this weekend. The bearings on that front radius arm are the wrong ones, so I couldn't finish that, but I did get the suspension hangers started, so I just need to grind those up and finish those off. We made the replacement suspension hangers. I know you can buy them, but I just wanted to make them. I just need to drill those out. I will redo this one. It's a bit rubbish, but this one's good. We've made our outriggers, so they will weld onto there in the right place. Like I say, once I've done a bit of finessing on those, and I've freed up these off the old ones. So hopefully the next video will be a lot of welding and getting this thing on wheels. But every time I say that, I seem to jinx myself. But at least I didn't cut my arm off with a grinder today. So thanks, guys. Progress being made, but not as much as I'd have liked. But please do stick with it, and I'll see you again soon. Take it easy.